When I was a kid, I almost never got to watch television. I seriously had to stay up late till after everyone else went to bed just to get to watch anything that was good. And the only thing I even ever remember getting to watch during my tween years was the Dukes of Hazzard. You know how sad that is? The best thing I ever got to watch on TV was the Dukes of Hazzard. That and horror movies. My mom liked horror movies, my sister liked horror movies, I liked horror movies. Other than that, it was all soap operas, family stuff, the Waltons, Little House on the Prairie, sports for my dad, and that's it. No TV for Keith. And so it was awful. Somewhere around this time, cable became different. When cable first came out, it just meant 2 or 3 extra channels. And this was the move to where you had to have a cable box. And everybody who had a cable box and a remote, and you would go to their house and they'd have the same cable box and remote. That was a new thing for us. So everybody had the same remote. And as soon as I saw that, I started thinking, does each remote only go with that cable box? Or would any of these remotes work with any of these cable boxes? I had to test this out. So I went over to my friend Steve's house and we got his remote, brought it back to my house to see if it would work on our cable box, and it would. And I knew that it was on. We got Steve's family's remote. I'm not sure why they didn't need it, but we brought it over to my house, and I'd wait till a particularly poignant portion of the program would start to happen, and I would turn the TV off with Steve's remote. This created chaos. My mom would immediately scream, which when my mom screams, it sounds like this. I adjusted the volume on that. You're welcome. And if you don't think my mom really screams like that, she still screams like that. And she will scream like that while you're sitting beside of her at the dinner table. And so every time I turned it off, she would scream. They would get up, they would scramble, they'd turn the TV back on, they start watching whatever very important thing was happening on Little House on the Prairie that week. I would wait till something very important was happening again, turn the power off. It was awesome. It was awesome. They could not figure out what was happening. How could they? This was brand new technology. We had never even had a remote control. It didn't make any sense to them what was happening, nor would it to anyone. Of course, they were so wrapped up in the show, they didn't have time to even investigate or try to figure out what was happening. They just had to turn the TV back on as quickly as possible so as not to miss what was happening on the show. Finally, I believe that because of all the commotion, my dad, I think I'm remembering this right, my dad came in the room and to see what all the yelling and hollering and everything was about. And he was on the side of the room that the TV was in, so he saw me in the window. And I know I didn't get in any trouble for it. I think my dad fully approved of what I had done. My mom and my sister certainly deserved it. They deserved that and so much more for completely dominating the television with horrible soap operas and Guiding Light and Dallas and just terrible, terrible things. Those were tough times when there was only one source of entertainment in the whole house, but now we all have multiple sources of entertainment and we can watch whatever we want to. And if you want to watch this channel, please subscribe, and I'll keep the videos coming every Thursday at 2. Hope you like them. See you next week.